What's up, ladies and gents, Noah here, and welcome to another Payday 2 video. The John Wick weapon pack just released on Steam for $4.99 or £3.99, and while in day 1 we were able to get some speculation done as to what the weapons would be, we now know through days 2 and 3 all the weapons and additions we're getting in this DLC to give you some first impressions as to whether or not it is worth it for you guys to pick up, especially at that price. So without further ado, let's scroll down and have a look at the weapons. And the weapons are as we thought they would be, but obviously with different in-game names as ever. So I'm going to run you through them one by one. We have the Desert Fox Sniper Rifle over here, and as you can see, it is a bolt action style sniper. Here is the model without any attachments on, and I really do like the new setup they have going on here, showing you a bit of gameplay with the weapon, showing how it works, and then also, showing you the model if that's something you're interested in. It makes a difference to the purchase. I mean, aesthetics are important, let's be honest. Especially in a game where a lot of the guns have eventually started to feel a bit more washed out. I think how a weapon looks and feels has started to become more important than the numbers we see over here on the left. But as you can see, it is very much that standard middle-of-the-range sniper rifle. It's going to be very preference-based, I imagine, whether you want to use this weapon as your primary or not. Definitely nothing that's going to throw off the meta in any way. Mag size of 5, total ammo 30, rate of fire 60, which is not the worst for a sniper, especially a bolt action. Damage is at 300, which is actually pretty tasty figure. Accuracy 76, nice to see. You expect it out of a sniper, I should say, so not really a surprise. That low stability of 12, and then quite a reasonable concealment at 19. It means that this weapon can fit in all sorts of different builds, and it can be customized in all sorts of different ways as well to fit those builds, I should say. So yeah, I think this sniper rifle is exactly what I'd say we were expecting. The Jackal SMG, which I think is the weapon that most people showed the greatest interest in, the UMP-45, is an absolute beauty. I really love the iron sight they've got on this. The model looks exactly as I hoped it would, and you can see a slightly closer up of the model down in the bottom right, but I think it's the gameplay that's really telling of how fun this weapon is going to be to use. However, it does fall into that category of being that high damage dealing, low total ammo SMG, sitting with that 30 mag size, 90 total, meaning you only get 3 mags without any additional skills, which can be a problem. Let's be honest, those SMGs don't tend to last very long, and they're not secondary weapons you can pull out reliably to conserve primary ammo, so they have to be round with certain builds, which is always a shame, especially when people really want to get their teeth into the UMP. I do wish they gave us a few more rounds to play around with overall, but that's my only real complaint there. Rate of fire at 6.52 again. It's higher damage, so don't expect it to shoot incredibly quickly, but it's going to have that UMP feel you found when you've used the weapon in other games. Accuracy at 60 and stability 52. You tend to find the sort of middle of the range accuracies on these secondary SMGs. Concealment 24 definitely can fit into builds with that. It's not perfect, but it can be modified. And then finally, the threat at 10, not the world's most important stat. Next up, we have the Contractor Pistol, which again is sitting more in the middle of the row with that 15 mag size, which is above average, I suppose, for a weapon with 66 damage, but not a massive amount of ammo with only 90 again. The rate of fire 361 isn't bad at all as a base rate of fire, bear in mind. All pistols can be massively modified through the skill trees to become absolute beasts. Really decent accuracy and stability. Those are starting accuracy and stability. 68 and 60 can definitely be almost maxed out with this weapon. And then finally, concealment at 29. It's very close to the max of 30. So I think this weapon is really awesome, and I think one of the suggestions I made, if I didn't say it, I definitely thought it. It's also available in akimbo, so we're not just getting 3 weapons, we're actually getting a 4th additional one, so this weapon can be used as a primary akimbo weapon, which is perfect for the John Wick weapon pack, I would say, and I'm really pleased they've decided to go about it. And I don't know whether those stats are going to be the same. That sort of concealment on a akimbo primary is not too bad at all, so I really can't wait to get in there and try this weapon out, which I will be doing very soon for you guys. Of all 3, I think the Contractor Pistol is looking like it's going to shape up to probably being the most viable. Snipers are fantastic, but it really is sort of your run-of-the-mill bolt action. And then the Jackal, or the UMP, is a fan favourite that I can't wait to have a good mess around with, but it probably won't be, altering the Payday meta anytime soon. Finally though, the throwable, which I guessed it would be a throwing knife, and it is. I'm not massively excited about a throwing knife, I'll be honest. The throwables I do like are the explosive ones, the ones with large areas of effect. I feel like the single target ones just don't get that same usage. I mean, I will try this out, of course. It's a solid backup plan with a reliable tactic for a precise and silent kill. The throwing knife has been present in martial history for as long as people grew tired of throwing objects in a general direction and wanted a reliable weapon instead. I think that probably sums up how good this weapon's going to be. You only get 6 knives per heist, so less than the shuriken, and no additional effects, but I imagine they will pack quite a punch. Don't know whether they can have headshot multipliers or not, probably not. You know, I think with these sort of throwables, is the animation smooth? Does it feel good? Is it easy to hit the target with? If so, yeah, it can be a viable option, but I'd say 9 times out of 10, you'd much rather have an explosive, so definitely don't think about buying the DLC. If you just want to throw knives at people, because there's already similar throwables in the game you can get your hands on with other DLC packs. Scrolling on down to the mask, let's take a look at Daisy. Of course, synonymous with John Wick is Daisy. They might have not known what they did and to who, but that doesn't matter. They got what they deserved, and then some. John is back. Anyone who has any knowledge of the films or the film right now will know what this is all on about. Hotelier, the Continental only serves the people who can respect the rules of the Assassin's Sanctuary. It's not a cult or a secret society, it's a necessity in a business where everybody is willing to kill for money, and everybody in there is on someone's list of targets. I like this mask. I think, as ever, this is sort of a step up from the Mr. and Mrs. Mannequin masks. I do like the humanoid masks, always have done, but this one already looks beautiful without any sort of customization. I feel like the sort of marble effect we get is really awesome, so I'm a massive fan of that one. Then we have the Zashita? You know, I'm getting close. A good way not to get shot in the head is to wear a helmet, but when you want to protect your just your face from bullets and identification, this will do. Does it really look bulletproof? What are you, a coward? Grab your fear by the balls and headbutt it in the face with this mask on. I also quite like this mask. Might not have the humanoid look, but it's very similar, I feel, to things like the Hockey Heat in terms of design idea, and those are always really nice masks to customize and play around with. And you know, the scarring and the sort of wear and tear on it is a nice effect that works really well and will work with some existing materials in the game. Next up, we have Mustang. Do you think you're a car? Oh, but do you think you're a muscle car? No, heisting isn't about looking fast and sleek, it's about looking furious and dangerous. Vroom, vroom, motherfuckers. So there we go, those are the masks. I didn't really make any comment about the Mustang. It's actually really nice. I like the design of it overall. It's another one that I feel like it might not be the nicest to customize because it already sort of has patterns in there. Might be the sort of one that I unlock and just leave on my head for a little while. For the masks and patterns, we have John Wick's beard and scars over here. We have a cross, which is actually going to be really nice to customize with the daisies. And finally, the one-shot dripping blood. In fact, these all have their names on them if you cover them. We've got piety here, we have battle wounds, and we have daisies. And then we have the tire pattern over here, which actually will work really nice on some masks. Some of the textures patterns don't work at all on some masks, but sometimes they can be the nicest way to customize. And I think getting another texture in this tire form will not be bad at all. Then we have Mist, which is a nice sort of similar chromy color. I really like this one though. It's very Hotline Miami feeling, the Club Nights. And then finally we have the dog fur. So there we go. That is it for all the content we are going to be getting. We of course get 4 new achievements as well to unlock these masks. Nothing personal. Kill 30 snipers with the sniper rifle. Crouched and hidden flying dagger. Kill 8 guards with the throwing knife while crouching on the murky station job. This one will be a fun one to unlock, I imagine. UMP for me, UMP for you. Kill 45 Russian specials on the boiling point job with the Jackal submachine gun on overkill difficulty or above. Another really simple one to get done and unlock those masks. I do like to see that these masks are not hidden behind the world's hardest unlocks. And finally for Daisy, finish the Firestarter job on the overkill difficulty or above with your crew using only the contractor pistol, which again shouldn't be too hard on overkill because that weapon looks an absolute beast. Scrolling on down, you can pick up the pack if you have your Steam linked. So if you take a look at the description down below, there will be a link to this webpage. You guys can have a scroll through at your own leisure, and of course you can pick up the DLC from here or just head to Steam. I've not tried it out yet. I have purchased it and can't wait. I'm about to get on and give it a go. There will be videos coming out reviewing all of the weapons within a reasonable amount of time. Again, I've still got a lot of Hoxton Housewarming Party content to take a closer look at and cover. But yeah, I will try and make this my priority now because I think it's more important. Obviously, that's free content. You guys know what it is and you know how fun it has been. It's more important for you guys who are still sat on the fence as to whether picking this up at the £4 or $5 price tag is worth it. Or not. So that will be my priority, and I think I'll start things off by making a UMP review because I think that's the one that most people are excited for. So stay tuned for that. That'll be here any day now, and thanks for watching this video, guys. I will see you all then.